So today I'm going to show you how to make a palette, like an eye palette, edible eye palette, as well as, okay, so if you have things like this, just work your fondant more. This fondant was left over from some other colors, so it's a bit, needs to be worked a little bit. So you just gotta work it. Usually rolling it into a ball, really rolling will help get out any of those kind of trouble spots. All right, here we go. Okay, so you're gonna roll it out, let me think, maybe like about a 1/4 inch thick. Mine might actually be a little bit smaller, but try to do about a 1/4 inch if you're able. And then what we're gonna do to make it easiest on us, if you have a rectangular cookie cutter, use that for reference to cut out your pieces. I'm just kind of wiping this one down again. It's been sitting in my container for a while, so it's got, I'm just trying to make sure anything that might have been stuck on there. Okay, so just want to line it up, make sure that I have it on all corners. Then you're just going to press down, make sure that you cut it, pull out your sides. Sometimes your sides can get stuck when you pull up with a cookie cutter, so I always try to remove those first. So that'll be one side. As you can tell, it's going to kind of get stuck, so you just want to go around. I always like to go right around the edges. Just make sure that any little loose pieces, and oh, sorry you guys, I'm trying to get used to this setup. There we go. So just kind of, all right, and then we're gonna repeat the same process for the top. So what we'll do is, so you need to create 2 of these. So one will be set aside to dry. Just gonna set it on some parchment paper for now. I'm trying to pull up very gently. You don't wanna, it's starting to kind of get, let me pull up. There we go. I just wanna kind of go around anywhere it might be stuck so that it doesn't start to elephant skin, because that will happen like as it's starting to dry. Okay. And then just like that. I'll just kind of move it around. And then what I'm gonna do is just one more time, just kind of try to level out. If it kind of moved around on you, just go like this with your cookie cutter to straighten it out. Okay. So just kind of go around. I apologize, I keep on, so once you're happy with it, then you can just set this one aside to dry. Six or 8. I think we'll do 6. So I'm gonna kind of, what I'm trying to do, let's see here, make sure they're even. So you just want to like measure them. Maybe I'll do kind of like a test run, and then if I don't like it, I can always re-roll that back out. Like pinkish. This one right here is Chefmaster Fuchsia, mixed with a little bit of ivory. And then I've got this ivory color that I'm actually going to brush with a, I'll show you this, let me see here, leather brown luster dust from CK Products. And then a lighter pink, and let's see. All right, so okay. So then what you'll do from this point is roll, and you need to roll it out to the same thickness as close as possible. And then you're just going to create, and I didn't think about it, this one doesn't really have a way to like get these out, so hopefully I can remove this without, there we go. So I just kind of tapped it in very gently, and then I'll pull it back out. Okay, so we're gonna go around the edges with a little bit of water. Water. Oh, shoot. Okay, so once you have put a little bit of water, then you're just gonna insert that color, kind of press it down a little bit. I did it slightly shorter than the black, which is okay too. It looks a little more realistic. So then I'm gonna do what I hope to be the same for the pink, just like this. And I did clean this again in between my uses, because I don't want the colors. And also, like, after you cut with a cookie cutter, it can dry very hard very quickly onto the cookie cutter. So then we're gonna just drop that in there. There we go. And just press it down. Okay. And if that happens, just, let me see here. Let me get one second. If you take just a little bit of vodka, a very clean Q-tip, you can just wipe all that color will all rub off. So that will pull out whatever color you accidentally did not mean to get on there with your, there we go. And then I was going to do, okay, so I want to do another one with this darker, and then I'm going to actually put edible luster dust over it to kind of create a different effect eyeshadow, like a shimmery eyeshadow. So again, we're just going to roll it out. And cut. Okay. All right, and before I actually put it in the space, I'm gonna take a brush and I'm just going to take a little bit and kind of dust it off in the top and then brush over. And just kind of repeat that process until I get the color that I desire. And this is, I want to say this is also CK Products. Yes, it's Very Berry CK Products. Okay, and I almost want to say that this might be a little bit too thick. You know what? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna roll it just a little bit thinner. I might have to rebrush it one last time as well. That's okay. Okay. I'm gonna brush it just a little bit again. Okay, I'm just not quite used to doing tutorial setups. So here we go. So I'm gonna brush it again. I just really want it to look shimmery, have that very shimmery effect to it. All right, and then just gonna slide it in and push it down. There we go. All right, and then we're just gonna continue that same process. I am going to do a very, let's see, so I'm gonna do one of the leather bounds, and then I'm gonna do, actually I have like an ivory luster dust, or I'm sorry, a pearl luster dust. So I'm gonna do, let me show that to you. One with a super pearl, that'll be white. And then the last one is going to be, I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure that out right now. So I'll just kind of show you the process as I go along in a time lapse. Okay, so once you have it completed, there we are. You can do this any colors, any color scheme. So, you know, whatever the client prefers, I always ask. Okay, so once you've finished all of your colors, this is how it's gonna look. I'm just using a straight edge spatula to kind of try to pull it away. I just don't want it to dry and get stuck it needs to dry and get stuck to its cells, but not to the board. So I'm just trying to kind of pull it away. Okay, I think that's gonna be okay. Then I'm gonna just go back in and just fix the edges. I just don't want it drying where it's not straight. So however I have to get it straight. Okay, so once we've got that, what I am going to do, what I would like to create is for it to look like it's opening, like the top can kind of open and close. So what I'm going to do is create a thin kind of piece that I'm going to touch the other one to once it's dry, the top half. So it's got to be about like that, but it's got to also be level. So yeah, but I've got to obviously let that dry first before I can attach it. And then also what I will do is hand paint the logo. I'll probably, I want to say what they sent me was MAC and Makeup, but I think they sent me like a few different things. So it was like MAC and Chanel. So I'll kind of figure out, you know, which logo I want to do for the makeup. And then I will adhere that piece, like I said. I'm going to attach it right here. Likely what I will do is add some edible glue to adhere to that. And then what you would need to do is just prop it up against something once it's, again, completely dry first. Then edible glue along this line. Place it at whatever angle you want it to be open. You know what I was gonna do too? Shoot, I was gonna show this. Okay, so now I'm flipping it over. What I'm gonna do is I am going to place a rectangle here, and I'm going to create what would look like a mirror as well for that. So I'll try to record those pieces as well so I can show you and how I adhere it.